Hey Nukenites, is another movie game on some map I didn't look up before the match. I'm pretty sure it's Eye of the Storm. Yes, it's Eye of the Storm, 4-player map. Eye of the... Okay, whatever. This is another ZerO versus movie game, the second set in the series. ZerO is already down 1, so he's not looking too hot against movies epically good versus Zerg these days. Oh man, I'm still full from my Christmas dinner. I'm feeling it. And that was like 6 hours ago, too. That's when you know you've had way too much to eat. Full 6 hours later. But, yep, got to eat at Fifth Quarter, one of my favorite restaurants here. Prime Rib. And the salad bar with the epic poppy seed dressing. Some of the best dressing I've ever had in my life. Man, if I saw a tractor trailer coming down the street and there was a kitten and a bottle of that poppy seed dressing sitting out in the road, I would dive into the street, grab the kitten, throw it at the truck driver so he would veer off and not hit the poppy seed dressing. I am 100% serious. Okay, I'm kidding. But I would probably try to save the kitten too. But yeah, the poppy seed dressing would have priority. You have to have priorities, guys. Another packed crowd here. I think they were mostly here to see Jaedong versus Flash, though. So, but they're sticking around for movie versus ZerO. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Eye of the Storm, 4-player map. Let's see the colors and positions to start out with, and then I'll start spouting off a lot of predictions. Okay, looks like movie's down here at the 5 o'clock position in blue. Movie. That means up at the 2 o'clock position in orange is ZerO. Scouting down diagonally with that Overlord, trying to find that probe if it comes up. Okay, let's get some predictions here from the Nukenites. I know I've kind of skimped on predictions this time just because I get wrapped up in the game. I have a very bad system of reading predictions. I pick randomly, basically. So let's get quite a few out here. Kvam writes, Dark movie for the win! All caps, 4 exclamation points. Here's another one from Schottentag writes, ZerO is so awesome he'll infest movies Nexus with his queens. Go ZerO! 3 exclamation points. AlphaPix writes, movie! PLZ do it! I guess that's plz. Okay. Screw all those Zergs. Don't let them invade Earth. Let's see. I think there were at least 9 exclamation points throughout that sentence. So that's good. And now ZerO spots the probe, and he's going to know exactly where to scout. That is one of the big advantages of sending your Overlord diagonally on this map. Spawny pool coming up for ZerO. Let's get another prediction here from Image SC1. Splitting Image writes, movie versus ZerO is going to be a grand spectacle, and I'm probably even more pumped for that than JD versus Flash. Go Much Jr. I guess he's talking about movie, since Much was on CJ Entis, now on Air Force Ace, one of my favorite players, by the way. Yes, I think movie does have some slightly similar play to Much. I don't think movie learned a lot from Much because his play isn't completely the same. Much goes for some pretty bizarre stuff sometimes, and I'm looking forward to seeing Much play some more. But okay, let's look. Another prediction here while these Koreans are being embarrassed in the crowd. Nessie Hat writes, Go Dark movie, 4 exclamation points. You can do it, 1 exclamation point. ZerO has 0 chance. Smiley face. Okay, let's get another one here. Why not? Another one. While movie is stealing the minerals, trying to be as annoying as probably possible. This one's from QWERTY ZZ7 writes, movie can probably use his dark side energy to stealth past everyone like a jerk Dark Templar. Dark movie. But yes, movie throwing down his cannon. I believe that was a cannon coming down with his Nexus. And he's going to plop down his gateway just to make it harder for those Zerglings to run by, I think. He does have those minerals, so he's going to be extra annoying, go around and try to stay in here and get the scout as long as possible on ZerO. ZerO has a second base up, but he got his spawning pool out sooner, so he could deny the scouting here. Coming in, trying to pick off one probe, and there's only one cannon here, so if ZerO micros well enough, he might be able to sneak by this. It's going to be very awkward for him to do it, to go around that bin without losing 4 Zerglings in the process, but I think he might be able to do it. And I think the gateway was coming up for movie, so he's definitely preparing over there. And ZerO throwing down a base up at the 10 o'clock natural area, so he's preparing to take 4 bases. This is what Zerg love to do on this map, and make it easier to take 4 bases by sunkening up at each choke point, so they have an easy 4. But the big problem with that, I think, is that after 4 bases, it's almost impossible for a Zerg to secure another base on this map, because they'll have to move out into the middle to do that, and by the time they do that, the Protoss will be all over the place in the middle to snipe drones that try to go out and throw down expansions. So 4 base build, very strong, but you have to end it off those 4 bases. Otherwise, it's not going to look good for you against a macroing Protoss player. Movie pushing his luck a little bit, going out with his first Zealot. He likes to do this a lot, just put on the pressure on those Zerglings, make it harder for them to scout what's going on, especially with that Forge. It's always important for a Zerg to scout what's going on with the Forge. Is it spinning? Is it not spinning? It's not spinning right now, but that doesn't mean it's not going to in the future. Stargate coming up for movie, going to get that initial Corsair out. ZerO still trying to come in here and see if that Forge is spinning. It's spinning now, but movie is out here with some Zealots just to try to put on the pressure a little bit more. 2 Zealots will be easier. It'll be easier for movie to pick at the Zerglings without the Zerglings surrounding everything. Movie coming out. Oh, sneaking a probe by, barely sneaking a probe by, but it's going to be... Not sure if he's going to be able to sneak by with that probe. Here comes the Sim City building placement from ZerO, trying to block off all of his chokes, get his hatcheries by his choke points, make it extremely hard for movie to push out with any kind of a attack, any kind of a +1 Zealot attack. Since the Forge was spinning, movie is going to go for a little bit of early pressure, but it's going to be up to ZerO to block off against that. If ZerO has the right SimCity, throws down his evolution chambers and his sunken colonies, I think he'll have no problems fighting off a +1 Zealot attack. Okay, probe going out, and movie at this point, he wants to know what's going on at the 3rd base. He loses his probe, so that's not good. He's going to probably send out another one soon enough, just to find out what's happening at that 3rd base. But, yeah, getting that Corsair out. Does have 1 Dragoon out. It's going to make it even easier to pick at those pesky Zerglings trying to scout. Zerglings still hanging around getting the scout, though. And that 10 o'clock base is now comfortably up and mining for ZerO, so he's going to have a big, big economic advantage, especially if he can secure that 10 o'clock main, which I think he'll be able to once he gets his Sunkens up. Yep, ZerO was running in, trying to see if that Forge was still spinning. Yes, it was. Loses 1 Overlord to that Corsair and the Dragoon. He ran his Overlord down just to see if he could see any special tech there before the Overlord died, but he didn't really get to see anything there. Okay, it looks like hatchery coming up, bunch of hatcheries. I think we have about 5 hatcheries in this game now, maybe 4. Maybe 4. I don't think there's 2 inside the main yet. Now we have a 5th. Up at the 10 o'clock, it looks like ZerO's finally taking the 10 o'clock main as movie is moving out with a small force.